This is Lewis Hart for Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store and William Hill. Delighted today to be joined with sort of where it all started for you. KSI undercard, Super Salt Papi. How are we, mate?
I feel very good, sir. How are you, man? You good?
Mate, do you know what? Speaking to you, I'm doing all better, man. I'm doing all better. It's another big fight for you. Some would say this could be a bit of an acid test for you, a bit of a tricky one. Probably your toughest opponent today. Sort of, how's this been? How did this sort of fight come about? What are your sort of thoughts going into it?
I mean, it's definitely a step-up fighter for me. He fought guys like the best of the best. Tommy Fury, Adrian Spirigo, Chris Avila. And yeah, beating this guy would really decide whether I'm at high level of boxing or not.
Do you feel like this fight you have to prove a lot more to the fans, to everyone? You know, people saying stuff about, oh, he's had easy fights, he's had, you know, his fights picked for him, this and that. This time you're fighting a guy who's tough, he's game, he's ready to fight. Do you feel like you have a lot to prove in this fight?
I mean, I may have fought easy fights, maybe like bombs, like trash cans in the past. But the boxing skills and abilities clearly shows, man, and there's something you can't hide.
Someone like Anthony Taylor he's loud. You know, loud is to say the least. He's going to talk rubbish. He's going to come for you. How do you deal with that? How do you sort of deal with all these stuff that goes into fight week? Him being very loud. How do you sort of deal with all them things? Is this something you sort of embrace?
I mean, it doesn't really affect me. He can do whatever he wants. He can say whatever he wants. The only thing he's good at is trash talking. So I hope he punches faster and harder than he talks.
He said that, you know, this is his toughest fight. This is your toughest fight to date. Would you sort of agree with that? Would you say, are you expecting this to be your biggest challenge?
No, it's not my biggest challenge. Like, to me, I'm his biggest challenge. So
I was going to say, when, you know, at the press conference tomorrow, I'm sure we're going to see a lot of antics. How do you? I know you said you don't affect you, but do you sort of prepare for that? Do you anticipate that he's going to come and he's going to sort of spout a lot of rubbish?
I don't really care what he says. At the end of the day, he always loses. So
a lot of people sort of make you as the king of influencer boxing. When everyone talks about it, you know, you made your name obviously on TikTok and things like that. But influencer boxing is where you've risen, and whenever people talk about influencer boxing, they talk about Salt Papi. How good is that to sort of make a name for yourself in that sort of industry?
I mean, last year I was just working in the NHS as a nurse, saving lives. Now I'm about to put this guy in the hospital, man, and then maybe book a shift and look after him.
That's some savage stuff there. Is it sort of mad do you always thought that you'd be at this position now? Is it sort of mad to feel you have to pinch yourself at times?
I mean, if you asked me last year about this, probably wouldn't believe you. So I'm just happy to be where I am right now. I work hard for this. Anthony Taylor's trying to rob me of everything I work for. And yeah, if he wants what I have, come meet me in the ring. I'm all strapped up, come and get it.
Is this fight personal for you, would you say?
Nah, it's not personal, just sports of boxing, it's just business at the end of the day, nothing personal. Yeah.
When people talk about, obviously this fight is 3 rounds, people were talking about, oh, KSI was saying, oh, 3-round Papi, this and that. How do you respond to those comments?
I mean, put more money in the table. I don't work overtime anymore. Before, when I was a nurse, I used to work overtime for free.
Do you feel like you're building up to a potential fight with KSI? It's always the one that people are saying. People are always asking him questions. He's always responded to him and said, oh, you know, not now, fights out. How do you feel like he might be trying to avoid you, would you say?
I mean, at the end of the day, it all ends up to KSI's decision, whoever he wants to fight next. I'm here, I know I'm going to be fighting biggest challenge, biggest opponent, bigger opponent in the future. Yeah, I'm ready for whoever, put the money on the table. And whenever it's on KSI ready to stop cherry picking, come choose me. I'm the real challenge.
Absolutely. Salt Papi, thank you for your time, mate. All the best for Saturday, mate. I appreciate it. Top man.